and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a chatty video on some cages that I would recommend for either new mouse owners or people that are looking into getting a better cage for their mice. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and let's get going. So today I am going to go through some detailed information about some of the cages that I find that are great environment and cages for mice, and they're all from Surplus. So I do apologise if Surplus doesn't ship to your country, but I'm sure there's alternatives that you can use or find in your country if you just go by the guidelines that I kind of go through with you today. Now, I don't shop anywhere else other than Surplus. I really like their cages for mice, and I think they've got an excellent selection there. These are just the first few 6, and 2 of them that I have bought from Surplus. One is actually in this video, the second one I couldn't find, so I'm guessing Surplus doesn't sell it anymore. Please bear in mind that there is going to be mainly good points, but if there is any negatives about these cages, I will go into them as well. So the first one I'm actually going to start out with is something that I have actually bought from Surplus for my mice myself. This was my very first cage that I ever got for mice, and this is the Fun Area Leon Small Pet Home, and my mice loved this cage. As you can see, it has 3 different levels. They have the bottom base, they have the middle shelf, and they have the top shelf, which gives mice excellent room space, as well as a lot of toy areas that you can put hanging toys, hammocks, everything else you could think of. It makes a great cage. The only downside about this cage is obviously the wood. After a while, with mice peeing a lot, the wood does start to smell of wee. Unless you're a very good person with DIY, this would be no problem for someone that is really good with DIY, because you can easily just keep on replacing the wood. Other than that, this cage is great. The reason why I picked this cage first was because of the bar spacing. You don't want anything too big where your little pinky finger can get through the bars. Now, a lot of these cages are a little bit bigger bar spacing, but if you have older mice that can't actually squeeze out of it, it's going to be no problem for you. But if you're a breeder of some sort, if you have really small tiny mice like babies, these type of cages probably aren't going to be the best for you. There is 2 that may be the best for you if you're a mouse breeder or have baby mice, which we'll go into later on in the video. So everything you can kind of tell about this cage is that the total size of the cage is 67 by 36.5 by 65 centimeters, and that is length, width and height in that exact order. The bar space in itself is 6.72 millimeters. The bar thickness is 1.6 by 3.4, and that's horizontal / vertical. There is 1 large flap that opens up on the top of the cage, and then you have 3 extra small doors that guarantees access on every level of the cage. The only thing with that, I would say, is that it's hard to get things in and out. So unless you're willing to put smaller things through them cage doors, then that's fine. So you do get cage accessories included, which includes 1 cabin, which is the little hidey hut. You also get 1 blue exercise wheel, which is really good sizing, so that's perfect if you're like newly starting out. You also get 2 wooden tunnels, which makes perfect cage accessories as well. And you also, last but not least, you get 1 seesaw. And to make it easier to transport your cage around the room, or to just kind of like pick it up to kind of clean it out, you also get 2 handles that attach to the cage to make it easier to carry around. So this next one is the Savic Hamster Heaven Metro Cage. Now, I personally have never bought this one, but I think it looks absolutely fantastic for a small amount of mice. It's all plastic, so it makes the levels a lot easier to clean, which is perfect. So going into the dimensions, it's 80 by 50 by 50, that's length, width and height. The door of the cage of the front is 37 by 37 by 18, that's width and height. This bar spacing is 9.5, which is great. As long as you have bigger mice, it shouldn't be too much of a problem if anything is over 1 centimeter. That is the minimum of the bar spacing for small mice. Anything bigger than that, you could have a problem with your mice being able to squeeze out. You also have tubes that have air holes in on both sides, and they are 5 centimeters each. You have 2 platforms. The depth of the base tray is 17 centimeters. You also get included a drinking bottle, a wheel, and a hamster toilet, which is perfect. I don't really think mice use the hamster toilet, but you can also try and train them to do that. If not, it will make a great accessory of a hidey hole. So this cage looks really fantastic, and it's currently at $59.99, but it's originally for $69.99. Now the next one I'm going to talk about is the Barney Pet Cage. Again, I haven't personally used this one, but it looks fantastic. Again, the only downside is that this actually has wooden levels, but again, if you're good with DIY, this is going to be no problem for you. So this cage looks fantastic, and I think I might have to get one of these at some point. I think it looks great. So the total dimensions of this is 100 by 54 by 45 centimeters. That's length, width, and height. The bar spacing is 7 millimeters. The bar thickness is 2 times 4 millimeters, horizontal and vertical. The tray itself is 16 centimeters. You get 3 doors, opening front flap, and you get 2 doors each as well. So I'm guessing you have the 2 doors at the front, and then you have the bigger door at the top which flips open, so it makes easy access. So you also get accessories with this one. You get a wooden platform, you get a wooden ladder, you get a wooden den, and that blue plastic wheel again, which is fantastic for great starters. Great pricing. So this next one is a new one. I believe that these have just recently came in, and you obviously get one size in this one. So this is the small pet terrarium Kerry, and I think this one would be great if you're a breeder of some sort, or if you have baby mice. Now there is 2 glass cages in here that I will be talking about today. I've never personally had one, but I think that if you're breeding or if you do have small mice, these would be perfect. So the total size is 75 by 45 by 37 centimeters. That's length, width, and height. This bar spacing at the top is 0.7, so you have no problem of the mice, your baby mice, ever getting out. It is made of glass with metal bars at the top for ventilation. You also get cage accessories, which includes a corner cabinet, a climbing house, a seesaw, and obviously you can add your own accessories in that as well. So this is obviously a little bit more pricey. It is currently at $69.99, originally at $89.99. So this is a lot more on the pricey side, but if this is the cage that you want, or if you have baby mice, this will probably be the best type of cage for you. So this is the next glass aquarium that I was talking about, and this one is the Skyline small pet one, and you have 2 different sizes here. And the first one, which is a smaller version, this is the 80 sized one, and the size of that is 77 by 47 by 38. And the next one up, which is the 100, and that is the 96 by 47 by 38, which I think is a great alternative because you kind of have 2 choices there of what kind of cage size you want. So they range from $139.99 to $159.99, so it just depends on which one you want to go for. So this comes with a front side. With the front sides are made of wood and glass. The floor is made of glass with wooden frames. The back side is glass with ventilation mesh, and the lid flap that is on the top that you can actually access is made with wood and mesh. So yeah, this doesn't come with cage accessories, unfortunately. It just comes as the cage in the picture, so you'll have to obviously add the cage accessories on top of that. And last but not least, the cage that I'm going to talk about is the Alaska hamster cage. This is very popular within the hamster community. A lot of people go for this for the hamsters, but I think it's also a good little alternative for mice. So the total dimensions of this cage is 84 by 48.5 by 44 centimeters. That's length, width and height. The bar spacing is 0.9 centimeters. The bar thickness is 2 millimeters vertically and 3 millimeters. It includes accessories. It has one white slide, one platform, which is obviously plastic, so it makes it easier to clean, and you have one white igloo. The base tray is 15.5 centimeters depth. So it originally costs $4.99.90, but at the moment it is $34.99, which I think is a fantastic price for a cage. So if you're new starting out, you've got like a lot of alternatives here. They are all great for mice, and you basically have a lot of choices, and I think Surplus for mice cages are fantastic. So that is my top 10 6 cages from Surplus that I really think are great alternatives for mouse cages. I wouldn't shop anywhere else. So yeah, that is my rundown on the best cages for your mice. Keep tuned for next week where I go through bad cages for your mice. And yeah, if you are new, make sure that you do hit that subscribe button and like this video and comment down below what you thought, and I shall speak to you all again next week. Bye everyone.